Hi, this is Gayon here in California. So this is video part two of my series for my upcoming webinar regarding a plan for change. So again, if you're in a job where you're not happy, you're not satisfied, or you work so much that you're missing out on life, then this is a plan that may or may not be a fit for you. But this is definitely a plan that can get you that help you achieve better results in your life. Because if you don't make a change, then nothing nothing will change in your life. So if you want better results, you got to make a change. And this webinar is gonna basically, I'll be sharing a plan for you for change that can help you in getting better results in your life. Okay, so you can feel more fulfilled. You're living a life that's exciting, where you can be home with your kids full time, and you're not missing out on their important years. So in case you're wondering, you say, well, gee, Gayon, I don't know, I work full time, I work so many hours, I may not have time to do this, or will this interfere with what I currently do? So here's a quick story. Here's a guy, Ryan, that's basically part of the same plan I'm going to share with you guys. He was a corporate computer engineer. He graduated from college with a computer engineering degree. He got out of college. He got his first job with a great company, and he worked with that company for 20 years. It's the only job he ever had right out of college. So he started there from the bottom as a computer engineer, and he worked all the way up. He climbed all the way up to the top of the very almost the very top of the corporate ladder. And this is a guy that was content, happy. Money was not an issue. He was making great money. Didn't have wife, didn't have kids. Money was was no issue for him. Money, he was very complacent, very in a very great financial situation in his life. But the problem was he worked all the time, traveled all the time, was never home, missing out on life, etc. So when his friend showed him this plan for change, and showed him, hey, this is something that I'm going to do, whether you join me or not, I'm going to go with this. I'm leaving, I'm going with this. And so 5 years from now, if you join me now, we can build this together, or you can miss the boat. So Ryan decided, well, you know what, I don't want to miss the boat. I mean, financially he was good. He didn't need any extra money, but he's like, you know what, this is my friend that I trust. I trust his opinion. I know he's a great business guy, so if he's doing this, it has to be good, and I definitely don't want to miss the boat. So he hopped on, he did it, and he started building this part-time. It did not interfere with his job at all. Again, this guy was working 80 hours a week, traveling a lot, hardly ever home. He's always traveling for work, and always working. So here we go. So let's fast forward 5 years later. Here we go. 5 years into building this part-time that didn't interfere with his full-time career. He got to the point where he actually matched his income he was making at work. So here you are. He matched the income he was making at work, and he realized, you know what? If I could devote myself to this full time, man, I could really take my income to the next level. I will never have to work again. So he decided, you know what, I'm gonna resign from my job, because I don't have to work anymore. I mean, I built enough income. I've matched my income that make me work. So I'm gonna just, there's no need for me to work anymore. I really wanted to just devote myself full time to this job, to this plan here, because I know I can definitely take this even further. So here we on a Friday evening. He's traveling again for work. He got home on a Friday evening. He decided, when I go to work on Monday, I'm gonna go to my boss's office and resign and give him my resignation letter. So this weekend I'm gonna work on my resignation letter. He did that. He got the resignation letter ready. And he was nervous the whole weekend, because he couldn't sleep, because he felt he was very loyal to his company. Even for 20 years, the company has been great to him. Great opportunity. He really grew a lot. He climbed up the corporate ladder. That he felt very loyal to his company, and he felt in his heart, how bad he would feel to have to resign, and then they got to find someone new, train him, and etc. So that bothered him for the whole weekend, having to go on Monday, and in the fact that he had to, because of his loyalty to the company. So here comes Monday morning. He gets into the office. His secretary had a note on his desk saying, hey, your boss Al wants to meet you at 8:30. So he gets in at 8 o'clock, makes his coffee, and still, nervous to go because, okay, he said, well, this is great because I got to talk to Al anyways because I'm going to give Al my resignation letter. So he walks into, so it's 8:30, he walks into Al's office. Al is sitting behind the desk, and Al has a look like his whole demeanor changed, like, why is he so sad, So he's looking at his boss like, he doesn't look, like happy. What's wrong? His demeanor is not the same. So he sits down, and then so Al's like, hey Ryan, hope everything is great. He said, so, and his boss is nervous and he's sweating, and Ryan looking at him like, what's wrong with him? So anyway, so the boss looks at him and say, you know what, Ryan, unfortunately I have to do this to you, but you know what, I have to let you go. He goes, the company hasn't been performing as in the past 3 years, and I'm sorry, but we're downsizing, and I have to let you go. And I know you've been with us for 20 years. I appreciate all your hard work. I know how loyal you are to us, but I gotta let you go. The company has cut back, and and I have to today you gotta pack your stuff up, and that's it. I'm sorry, but we gotta let you go. So Ryan stood up and like, oh my gosh, well, this is the best news ever. And the boss looking at him like, I just told you lost your job, and you're telling me this is the best news ever. He's like, oh yeah. So Ryan's like, here's my letter of resignation. I actually came in today to give you this to let you know that I'm quitting my job. I don't need to work anymore because I built this part-time business, and now I've created full-time income here, and I'm going to take this to the next level, and I don't have to work anymore. This is exciting. He goes, wow, all the whole weekend I didn't sleep. I was up all night because I didn't know how you would react, and the fact that you have to, I was feeling bad, and because you have to find someone to replace me. He's like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. So that the boss was not by any means expecting that kind of reaction, and the boss had no idea that he was building a part-time business on the side. I was like, what? So anyway, so the good news for Ryan was it worked out for Ryan, right? He was able to build it. Took him 5 years. He was able to match his company, his income, and he was able to retire that job. And thank goodness, look what happened to him. If he didn't have an opportunity 5 years ago, if he had missed that boat, he'd have been sitting there, lost a job with no money. They had to start all over again. You're not in your 20s anymore. You're not just out of college and go back into corporate America trying to find a job. So this is how powerful this is. How this can change your life. So just imagine if Ryan did not take that leap. How would his circumstance have changed with the boss telling him, I gotta let you go? So this is the magnitude of what I'm sharing with you guys. This is important. So I'm excited to be sharing this with you guys. I hope this story alleviate any kind of anxiety or feeling you may have. Well, this is not going to work. What if it interferes with my job? And oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this, etc. Ryan worked 80 hours a week, and he was able to build this part-time and able to replace his income, and had the option to quit his job in 5 years. This is the power of what this can do for you. So I'm excited to be here shortly, in a couple of days to share this with you. Hope you are too. Looking forward to having you guys on, and and excited to show you this plan for changes can really take your life to the next level. So this is Gayon here signing off at GayonBrong.com. Have a great day, awesome day. See you in the webinar, and God bless.